Hello everyone, my name is Damilola. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching us how to put this corporate gown showing on my screen right now. And if this sounds like something you're interested in, kindly please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the video. So yeah, I have a brown pattern paper here with me, and if you look at the illustration very well, it's a built-up neckline, and I already have a previous video on that, so I won't be joining too much on that. And I'll be dropping the link on the comment section so you get to check it. So then I'm going to place my tape rule all the way from the starting line and come down by 3 inches, as you can see. So then I'm going to rule it, come down by 3 inches and rule it. So this will serve as a starting line. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So from there, I'm going to be taking all my measurements from the new line we drew outside. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Then I'm going to go ahead and name it LL, which is the starting line or the shoulder line. So from there, I'm going to come down by 8 inches. I'm going to rule like so. Then I'm going to come down by 13 inches, 8 inches, like so, and that's what I'm trying to do right there. Just go ahead and measure your bust point, your under bust, and your chest line. So that's what I'm trying to do right there. So I don't want the video to be too long. That's why I'm trying to do it like so. So I'll go ahead and measured I've gone ahead to measure my hip line as well, and that's what I wrote out there. So from there, for the built up neckline, from that starting line, I'll be coming up by 1.5 inch, as you can see. So before taking any other measurements, we are going to be running out our zipper allowance because we are drafting the back first. Okay, so we are drafting the back first. Then I'm going to be making my zipper allowance to be 1 inches. Then I'm going to roll it across from the top to the end. So then after rolling it, then I'm going to start taking all my measurements from the zipper allowance line. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So then I'm going to mark 3 inches. So to get your neck width, I've already explained this in the previous video. Then if you haven't seen it, you can go ahead and watch it. So you're going to come up by 1.5 inch. Then I'm going to roll all straight to that 1.5 inch we've marked earlier, and that's what I'm doing right there. I went ahead to mark 1.5 inch, then I come down by half of an inch right there. From the part towards the zipper allowance line, I came down by half of an inch. For the part towards the zipper allowance, I came down by half of an inch, and that's what I marked. So from the line we drew earlier, I came inward by half of an inch. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Then I'm going to come in by quarter of an inch. Then I'm going to make a slant line like so. Please pay very close attention. It's actually simple to draft out. Then I'm going to make a slanted line like so. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to measure my back measurement, which is 8 inches. Then from that 8 inches, I'm going to make my curve, my neckline curve, and that's what I'm doing right there. So if you now have a curve ruler, it is optional. You can go ahead and use your free hand. And when you are making your curve, make sure you extend it to the zipper allowance line. Okay, so from the back measurements, just come down by half inch or 0.75 inch for your shoulder slope. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Just come down by that, then make a straight line. So to make a straight line first, divide your bust measurement by 4, and that's what I'm doing right there. Just go ahead and divide your bust measurement by 4. So So whatever you get, I have it to be 9 quarter, and that's what I'm going to be using as my bust circumference. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm going to be using as my bust circumference. Then I'm going to make a straight line all the way from this back measurements 8 inches downward. So from there, I'm going to place my tape from the shoulder slope to the chest line, then find the midpoint there. Then I'm going to dot it out. So then I now came out by half inch. Then I go, and after that, so now wait ahead to make a curve, like armhole curve. So from there, I've gone ahead to make the curve. So what next for us to do now is just take our body circumference. So we won't be needing any dart for this, because since if you look at the spiritual very well, it's only the friends that has the back. So we are going to be taking out our body circumference like so. Just go ahead and use your body circumference yourself, because if you actually don't know how to take accurate body measurements, I have a previous video on that as well. You can just go ahead and measure yourself. I have a previous video on how to measure yourself. So and that's what I'm doing right there. So I went ahead to take my hip circumference at that line. Then I'm going to come down by 4 inch all the way from the hip line to form that pencil like effects. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But if you want yours to be optional and straight, you don't need that. But if you want it to be pencil, you have to come down by 4 inches. So then I'm going to mark my hip circumference, which is 11 quarter. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect like so. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, because we are going to be making a lot of tutorial both for the advanced and for the beginners and intermediate. So I will urge you to please subscribe to my channel so that it will be of benefit to you. And that's what I did right there. I just went ahead to make my hip curve, and that's what I did. So the next thing, to get the pencil like effect, just go ahead and remove 8 inches from your hip measurement. I have my hip measurement to be 45 inches. Then I remove 8 inches away from my hip measurement, and I went ahead to divide it by 4. Then I went ahead to mark it. So if you don't want yours to be too pencil at the down part, you can go ahead and use 6 inches, 5 inches, 7 inches. That actually depends on your preference. But for me, I'm minusing 7 inches away from 8. Then I divided it by 4. Then that's what I'm doing right there. Then I went ahead to make a straight line all the way from the 4 and to the length of the pattern paper. And mind you, the length of the pattern paper, that's not the length we are going to be using. I'm going to be extending it on my fabric. So the next thing we are going to do now is to eliminate our zipper bulge and our hip contour. So before then, I just went ahead to sharpen out, to smooth out the hip line rather. Okay, just go ahead and smooth out every sharp edges you noticed. Just go ahead and smooth it out. So then I just go ahead and cut it. So after the cutting, we are going to be eliminating the zipper bulge and the hip contour. So for the skirt parts, I'm going to be coming out by half of an inch from the hip for the from the zipper allowance line. I'm going to be coming out by half of an inch. Then I'm going to measure 5 inch downward. Then I'm going to make a curve. Just watch me the way I'm doing. Just go ahead and make a curve, a very good curve. So from there, so the essence of this hip contour, it allows your bum like your butt to sit very well on your fabric. So from the 4 inches that we came down by from our hip line, I came out by half of an inch. Then I went ahead to cuff it to form a shape of a butt. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Then I'm going to take it down all the way to the hem line, about half of an inch. Then I'm going to roll it across in a straight line. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So please, if you don't get what I'm trying to say here, just go ahead and watch the video back again so you get to understand. So then when we are cutting it on our fabric, I'm going to be cutting that out because I don't want to cut it in order in for it to not get lost. So I don't want to cut it out, so I'll be leaving it there. But when I'm cutting it on my fabric, I'm going to be cutting it out. Those lines were marked out. I'm going to be cutting it out. So for the half length, I came up by 3.5 inch, then I slanted it out, as you can see. Then I'm going to cut it as well, like that. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to draft out the front pattern, and I've gone ahead to rule out the important lines. Now for my neck width, I came in by 3 inches, as you can see. Then from that 3 inches, I came up by 1.5 inch. It's just more or less like the back pattern we drafted out. So then I went ahead to take out my back measurements. So then I went ahead to rule a straight line down to my chest line, as you can see. So I came in by half of an inch, then I came down by half of an inch, but the half of an inch I won't be needing it, but I want it to be there so that you won't get confused. Just came out by a quarter of an inch, then slant it. So that's what we did right there, but we are not going to be using the neckline. From the starting line, just came down for the neckline for the front. From the starting line, just came down by 1.5 inch. Then slant it all the way to the slanted line up there. Just watch me the way I'm doing, you'll get to understand. So that's what I'm trying to say. So you get to understand. So from there, just measure 1.5 inch, take it there, and make a curve to your chest line. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Make a curve to your chest line. So that's the neckline for our front pattern. So I'm going to just go ahead and measure my shoulder slope, then slanted it to the shoulder line, as you can see, the neckline rather. Then find the midpoint of the shoulder slope, like we know as we normally do rather. Find the midpoint, then dot it down. Just come out by half of an inch or 0 points, a bit half of an inch or quarter of an inch. Then go ahead and make a curve. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is our nipple to nipple measurement. So my nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches divided by 2 is 4. Just connect your nipple to nipple measurement all the way from your bust point to your half length, that is your waistline. Then make a straight line. So from your waistline, just come out by 0.75 on your both sides. Then go ahead and make a straight line to your under bust. But if you're busty, if you're kind of a busted person, you can make use of 1 inch both sides. So on the bust point, just come down by 1 inch, then go ahead and make your curve. So this is just for your books to sit on, and we are drafting it. We are drafting a princess start. So just go ahead and make a curve to the midpoint like so. So please guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Then go ahead and come out by half of an inch on both sides. As you can see, go ahead and come out about half of an inch. And that's what I did there. Just go ahead and measure that leg, maybe for you to know maybe it's corresponding to the other. So the essence of doing this is that when you're cutting into your fabric or when you're sewing it, you won't have you won't have a loss of fabric. So I'm going to be extending the shorter one by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect it there. Then I'm going to make a new armhole curve. So then we are going to mark out my bust point, which is my bust circumference, which is 9/4. I'm going to take the same measurements on my bust point and on my under bust. So I'm going to be using the accurate measurement on it when I'm sewing. So I'm going to take my waist measurement, then I'm going to be replacing the darts back. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to connect it all together. So now for the suit-like structure, I'm going to just take a measurement of my hip measurement, which is 11/4. Then I'm going to make a curve. So for the suit-like structure, I'm going to be bringing out a new fresh pattern paper. Then we are going to be joining it together, and that is what we are saying right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and pin it down, or you tape it down if you have a cello tape. So from that point, just go ahead and measure 2 inches outside, or you measure 2.5 inches, but 2 inches is okay. Then go ahead and make a straight row, a straight line. So the next thing for me is to cut the excess of the pattern paper. Then I'm going to roll out the lines, those lines out. So then I'm going to cut it out. So that is right there. So guys, we've gone ahead to extend it. So from the waistline that we extended, just in by 1.5 inch, as you can see. Then you're going to slant it to the neckline on the top. Just watch me carefully. Just go ahead and slant it very well. So from there, you're just going to go ahead and make a curve, because if you look at the expression very well, the suit-like structure part is kind of curvy. So I'm going to just go ahead and make a curve. And from the hip line, I'm just going to come up by 1.5 each for it not too sharp. So I'm going to connect it and make a curve. Then I'm going to extend my dart's leg like so. Just go ahead and extend your dart's leg. Then I'm going to come up by 2 inches. Then I'm going to make a slant like so. So this will be all for the suit part. So then I'm going to cut it out. But please guys, pay very close attention to where I'll be cutting. So guys, after cutting it out, this is it right here. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut it out on my fabric first, that is the suit part. Then I left about half of an inch on both sides, and on the sides, the joining sides, I left about half of 1.5 inch. So guys, I'm gonna ahead to remove the suit parts. So guys, we are going to be drafting out the normal basic gown, like the normal basic gown. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So that is it right there. Just go ahead and cut the neckline for the front pattern. Then for the darts, in order for the darts to align, the back dart and the front dart, you're going to use the side darts measurements, and that's what I did right there. Then I marked about 1 inch. Then I'm going to slant it all the way to the sharp edge right there. Just watch me the way I'm doing. So for the side that we are going to be eliminating it out, then I'm going to be folding into my fabric, then I'm going to pin down. It's done. So please guys, don't forget to subscribe. So then after pinning it down, I just went ahead to check maybe the back is aligned with the front, as you can see, and I can see it's aligned together with it. So the next thing for me to do is I'm going to cut out my waistline out, and that's what I did right there. So I'm going to place the half length side, that is the waistline side. So for me to draft out my skirt part for my front bodice, I'm going to be folding the zipper allowance for the back. I'm going to be folding it. Then I'm going to be aligning it with the plain pattern paper. Then I'm going to cut out. So I went ahead to pin it down in order for it not to shift all around. So I will just go ahead and cut it out. Just so you know, this is not our main length. I'm going to be adjusting it. I'm going to be adding it on our main fabric. So the brown part is for the back skirt line and the front part is for the front skirt line, and that's the remaining bodice. So guys, this will bring us to the end of the tutorial. If you find this video helpful, kindly please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. And if there is any part you don't understand in this video, kindly please drop it on the comment section and I will attend to you all. Bye guys, see you in my next video. I love you all.